Oh,
this has that cherry note.
No.
Yeah.
No.
oh my goodness.
What's the
It's-
aftertaste on? There's a weird aftertaste on this one.
Salted
Oh, that is
pepper
nice.
light.
That's a nice nose.
Yeah.
Yo.
Welcome to SF Whisky, guys. We're continuing our series on the Stagg Juniors. We're picking and choosing a little bit of older and newer stuff just to kind of side by side together. So we got here batch 11. That is a 2018 batch. 16, which is a 2021 batch. 18, which is 2022. And then 23B, which came out in winter 2023. So it's 2 to 3 years between each batch, basically. All right, batch 11, first one up.
2018.
This,
right?
yep, this one actually came in very, very highly reviewed as well.
Yeah.
A lot of people thought that this is one of their favorites among all of the chronologies.
No, this is nice. I'm getting that cherry.
Yeah.
Although it is a little more harsh.
Oh, for
there's
sure,
there's
yeah.
there's a bit more of a bite to
Well,
it. on
this
the-
is compared to the 2016 one.
No, just like in general.
In
Though.
general?
Yeah, just in general. It's it follows in line with more like when you get just sort of your standard high proof bourbon when you nose it for the first time.
Yeah.
It's a bit sharp on the nose.
Yeah, this is a little bit lower on the ABV side. This is like 63, 64, which is just a hair below their usual 130. Okay, I get that cherry still.
Yeah.
A little bit of cherry, but not as good as that batch 7. You
Yeah.
know, that batch 7 was a nice cherry.
Some sweetness.
Okay, let's go in on this.
Well, palate does not fit the.
No, I do get that cherryness for sure.
It's not as harsh.
Really
There's-
sweet.
There's
Really, really
sweetness,
sweet.
yeah.
I can see why people kind of like this.
Yeah.
It's very, very cherry forward.
Yeah.
Cherry and not confectioner sugar, but it's like
Caramel.
like a cherry caramel. Yeah, cherry caramel. That's very, very.
It's more like a maraschino cherry too.
Maraschino,
Mhm.
yeah.
I do like that a lot, huh? But I think it does lose some points on the back end because it gets very, very astringent.
Yeah,
Astringent,
yeah.
I was thinking like
tannic.
86 and a half probably for this one.
What's the ABV on this one?
Oh man.
127. This is a lower ABV one too.
Yeah.
All right, that's a good start. That's a good start. That's kind of in line with like the younger ones having like a little bit more character and interesting, more balanced too. All right, second one up here, B16 coming in at summer 2021 released. Oh, now this is very confectioner's cupcake sugar all over again.
Oh yeah, this is frosted cupcakes right here.
This one aligns with like the 2021 though.
The 15, the
Yeah.
B15. So there are similar within the batch,
The range, yeah.
cohorts, if you will.
I wonder if there's like different like blenders for. Do they have just one blender at Buffalo Trace doing all this, or is there
Seems
like
like
a
it's
team?
different blenders.
Yeah, it's like, do
You
they
can
run-
research it and add it to the comments.
yeah. If somebody watching this knows, please let us know. Yeah, please let us know in the comments.
All right, let's go in.
Just want to get that saltiness back again.
And I got that saltiness, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Actually, I don't mind this one.
That was nice,
Yeah.
but completely different from number 5.
No. This one
I
actually
quite
has
like
a-
this one.
Yeah, this one
Yeah,
like
I like this one.
mellows out on the end. It's actually
Yeah.
not astringent. Okay, this one I do like
Yeah.
for sure.
Full disclosure.
I'm
though,
surprised actually. with this
Yeah.
one.
Full disclosure though, this one is one of my favorite like older picks.
The B16?
Yes, batch
Okay.
16. I got introduced to this at a bar with a friend, and we both thought this was an immaculate
Oh, yeah.
stag.
Interesting, interesting.
And it's good to know that, like, despite that night of heavy drinking, that our conclusions do hold up now that
Yeah.
I'm having a chance to revisit it.
All right.
And it does hold. It does hold its weight.
Saltiness.
It's
with
very
some-
well balanced, yeah,
With
it's
a
got-
hint of cherry still at the back end.
Yeah.
I like that.
There's a hint of like oak tan and bitterness, but it's very balanced.
Mhm,
So it really complements the sweeter elements of it. So you get a nice little tease.
I think that bitterness kind of like makes it like less stringent. Right?
Yeah,
Kinda
dials,
hides
it
it.
dials back that
Yeah.
astringency, and it balances out that sweetness as well.
So do you think that if you were to try this blind, do you think that you would think that these were two different products, though?
Yes.
Yeah, I
You
would
think
definitely-
so?
Yeah,
100%.
the characteristics are completely off because you have one that's just like cherry and like caramel, and you have another one where they're trying to play around with the balance of having like some of the bitterness of the oak tannins complement the traditional
It
sweetness.
tastes completely.
All right, number 18. That's 2022. So it's only a year later from the other batch release. Let's see if that one holds up on the similar flavor profile on the cohort. It's sweet, but I get kind of like a little bit of cardboardiness, you
You
know.
get that cardboardiness,
Yeah.
but that cotton candy gum that we're talking about.
Yeah.
Just come up.
It's a very like synthetic fake
Oh yeah,
artificial
yeah.
sugar.
It's like that rubberness.
Yeah,
almost,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know, so that rubber.
Maybe that's what I'm interpreting as. Like I would say it's like a rubbery sugar. Yeah. I'm not enjoying the nose though. I'm not enjoying the nose.
Not my favorite nose. It really stands out amongst other stuff.
I mean, to be honest, when I get a lot of like cotton candy bubblegum on the nose,
Yeah.
I usually attribute that to like, oh man, I'm gonna have a bad night if I drink too much of that. Because yeah,
Okay, let's go for this.
it's quite bitter.
Mm.
Ooh, it is quite bitter.
Oh,
This has that cherry note.
No,
Yeah.
no.
oh my goodness.
What's the
It's-
aftertaste? There's a weird aftertaste on this one.
Ooh,
It's kind of dry.
it's caustic.
Yeah.
Like my tongue is squeaky up against my teeth. You know, like when I. Okay, that's definitely a little bit lower on the scale there. That's a big departure between the 16 and the 18 there. Huge departure.
Yeah.
Or is it like a year or two apart, right?
This is a year. It's a year,
1 year.
yeah.
Okay.
2021, 2022.
That's
Oh, that's surprising.
That cough syrup flavor that we're having.
For the 24A?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
24A had a lot of cough syrup like
This
in
is
it.
bitter.
Alright. That's
But that's that cherryness though, the bitter cherry.
Oh right. You know, like when you're a kid, right? You're like, you know, the cold medicine that you were given.
Robitussin stuff.
Yeah, Robitussin, that very like
That's
artificial
what this is. Yeah.
like cherry or grape that they would give you.
Alright, let's take a look at number 8. Last one of the series.
What's this one?
Of this cycle. This is 23B.
Okay.
And 23B came out in 2023. That's where they stopped using the
Why do you have the 12
monikers.
So what's our 23B and 23A?
So
Different batches are the
ABC
same.
are released out throughout the year. So like, you know, just like the Elijah Craig, you know, you have like the ABCs, you know, it's just the same exact thing. They're just trying to say one's in like the first quarter, one's in the second quarter, one's in the third quarter of the year, you know.
Okay.
Or like
They got to keep that hamster
Trim-
wheel
well,
hype train. Keep
I guess
going.
not quarter, like trimester, I guess.
Trimester price.
I guess so. Something like that.
Well, I mean, to be fair, for 24, they released 4. They did D, so technically that is a quarter.
Okay. Well, screw them. I'm not. Are you picking up anything on the nose to be happy about there?
No.
I'm struggling. I get a little bit of like some oak, some caramel and oak in there.
I'm just getting caramel and oak. I'm not really getting anything.
I'm
Maybe
not
a hint of vanilla.
No, not anything unique though.
No.
On this.
Maybe a little bit of varnish.
A lot of varnish. For
Yeah,
me.
a lot of varnish. All right, let's go on then.
Actually,
Sweeter than I thought.
There's a lot of vanilla.
Yeah. No.
A lot of vanilla.
It does give you.
I don't hate this one.
Yeah, it takes you for a ride.
I like the vanilla.
Yeah.
And it mellows out a little bit on the back end.
It has a bit of butteriness to it, which I kind of like.
Reminds me of the
Yeah.
batch 7 a little bit actually. Like, oh, it came back a little bit.
Yeah, but it doesn't have the cherry characteristic of the batch 7, but it is.
Isn't that saltiness?
Yeah,
there,
but it does have that roller coaster effect of like it kind of builds and fades and kind of turns a few corners.
That batch 7 is still kind of lingering in my head a little bit. That was my favorite. That was my favorite. I still give it the same score as the other ones because it's like splitting hairs a little bit.
This is an
though.
86. I'll give this an 86. I docked at some points because of the nose. The nose was definitely not very appealing whatsoever, but palate-wise was pretty good.
Yeah, but the surprising one to me was
The batch 16?
the batch 16.
Yeah.
Batch 16 now, so you're like, yeah. It's like, didn't I expect this one to be what it is compared to like the batch 15 and batch 11 or batch 11 and batch 18.
Dare I say, I think I like 16 a little bit more than 15 just because. Or sorry, not batch 15, batch 11, just because
Oh, I do.
the same characteristics in 11 you could have found in batch 7. And I think batch 7 did better than batch 11.
Okay. I mean, it's all in the same sandbox.
I feel like if
No,
this was
batch-
like a triangle that you would get in a one of those like create your character in an RPG, right? It's like they're playing around with like the different sliders to try to like optimize the different
Go back to
characteristics.
batch 16, which is number 6 on your class. That salty characteristic, like
Oh, it
voice-
is salty on the nose.
Yeah.
It's salty on the nose even.
I like this one a lot.
All right. Let me add my notes. They're salty on the nose. Wow, that is. Oh,
Yeah, like salted
I
creme
like
brulee.
that.
Yeah.
Salted
Oh,
creme
that is
brulee.
nice. That's a nice nose.
Yeah.
That nose is.
That's
my
inviting.
that's my second favorite nose of so far today. You
I
know?
agree. Yeah.
That batch 7 nose was still my favorite, but this is second favorite right now.
It's very inviting.
Yeah.
Salted caramel nose. I could sniff that all day long. Oh my god. Okay, what was the palate? It's kind of like peanut brittle-ish, you
Yeah.
know? I like that a lot, actually. All right. Batch 11 was a winner chicken dinner.
No, that was a batch
16.
16.
16?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which is a surprising one to me. I was like, oh, batch 16 out of the other ones.
I'm not surprised just because I have a
Yeah,
I have a bit of a bias. I have a history with that batch that
Yeah.
but I'm glad it's really holding up.
It is definitely holding.
Oh, wow. That is holding up nicely. I don't want to go back to that 7.
There.
I do not want to go back to 18. 18, I think, was a little bit of a miss. That's an 85. Easily.
All right. Well,
All right. Should we conclude our final thoughts?
Yeah. All right.
So I mean, like his that's for me at least. It's like doesn't matter if it's
Yeah.
old or new, right? Like there are highlights throughout, right?
Yes.
But my problem with Stagg Jr, this is not consistent, right? It's everyone
As
is
much as
so
they
different.
try to
Okay.
be. Yeah.
You want to talk about inconsistent Bookers?
Fair.
Oh boy.
I mean, you go from like 80 to 88 to sub 70s. You know, come on. There are some bad ones.
There was one. I mean,
They're
yeah.
all in the same range, like an 84 to 88. You know, 80 on the high side, but mostly around the 85, 86. You know what I mean?
So this B16 compared to the B18, that's like a big difference.
It is a big difference. It
It's
is
a
a
big
big
difference.
difference. Granted,
It's only a year apart.
it is a
but
big
granted,
difference.
can I give you a counterpoint?
Okay.
What was it?
I'm
What was it? Charlie's batch for Bookers versus Apprentice batch, like the following year. That was like night and day.
Oh, that's really.
And there's,
Oh.
I mean, there's also for Stagg the
Oh.
infamous.
You ever actually know?
I tried number 7 one more time, just to kind of cement it.
To be fair, there is for Stagg in recent years the infamous 23B batch that a lot of people dog.
This is a 23
23B.
B.
Oh,
Oh,
that-
D as in dog. Okay.
Oh no, B 23B.
This is 23B.
Yes, that's the one. How does that hold up actually?
It's vanilla-y, which is what I was surprised at. Still vanilla on the nose.
Because people really do not like this batch.
The 23A.
23B.
This is B.
23B.
Okay, yeah.
That's the one that everybody hates.
I like B more than A though. If I'm being honest with you.
I kind of have to agree with you, which
Yeah.
is kind of surprising.
Yeah, I liked it more than A. I don't know. Maybe
So, I mean, consistency-wise, right? I think number one, you brought up Ray, you brought an excellent point with Bookers. But number two, I feel like the inconsistencies for Stagg is sort of different than Bookers. It's sort of like theme versus execution.
So do you think you're going for different themes then for each one?
no.
No, but like what is highlighted in each batch like is different. Like
Yeah. And like
I've noticed
that's
that
where
we each like said something, or at least for most of them, we said like, okay, we don't like XYZ for like this particular batch, but okay, I can see why like this is okay, or like they
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
did this right.
So I had it at the bar. My Stagg Jr. experience was I had it twice at a bar, and they were great, and they both showcased a lot of cherry cola, and that's what I assumed was the traditional flavor profile.
Uh-huh.
But that's been lacking on like more than half of them. I didn't get cherry cola on any of those. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
But whatever.
I have a question. Do you think because we're predominantly Scotch drinkers that we kind of gravitate towards 23? because 23B people say like it was oaky, it was funky.
So this is
people
what I was
didn't
gonna say. Is like, I don't know what the palate and like the fan base of Stagg Jr. generally are like, right?
Yeah,
But a lot of times I just don't agree with a lot of the bourbon palates, right? With some of them.
Well, that is true. Bourbon
Mhm.
Tube and bourbon reviews, I feel like, are all over the place. Like you read
Yeah.
Breaking Bourbon and you follow other people, and it's like there's almost no there's if you follow one person, then there's consistency, but there's no way to kind of correlate one's reviews and grading to another person. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
so it kind of sucks in that fact. You know. And I don't agree with a lot of Fred Minnick's stuff. I don't find him to be in line with my palate. So
I will say though, the 23B does fall outside of the traditional stag profile.
23B.
There's a bit
Yeah.
of like that oaky, funky bitterness.
But maybe
you don't
that
get.
maybe like that's why I didn't like it, right? So to your point, maybe
Yeah.
because like we do like some scotches as well,
Yeah.
right? Like this is a decent whiskey. Bourbon aside, whatever.
Yeah.
Like I would drink this one.
all right, here's a question.
Yeah.
All right, if you were to like say if you were to do a tasting for someone who said like I'm starting to get into bourbon, would Stagg Jr. be part of your core lineup for them to get into?
They're just getting into it.
Yeah, like
Probably not.
they've
No.
enjoyed some like Angel's Envy, some Buffalo Trace products, and it's like I liked it. I want to learn more. What will be your core lineup to give to them?
It wouldn't be Stagg Jr. solely because like everyone you get is so different,
Yes.
right? So like if they revisit it again, it won't be consistent.
Yeah.
Right. If I'm a guys on their journey, I want them to actually go back to it as a baseline, right?
All right. Well, let's go ahead and wrap it up then. So we had a consensus on having the earlier batch still be, somewhat of a favorite-ish.
With the B16 being a surprise.
Yeah, the B16 with the salty peanut brittle was a nice surprise, and that was
23B was a surprise for us
23B.
because
Yeah.
I think we
it wasn't as
we
bad as
did-
people said
yeah,
it
we
was.
didn't
Okay.
dog it, we didn't dog it as badly as most people.
I mean, it wasn't a favorite, but
No,
hardly
no.
was it the worst.
Yeah, but it was surprising.
All right. Thanks,
All
guys.
right. See you next time.
Later.